Why the NFL refuses to touch the draft lottery and what it's afraid to admit. The NFL has never met an opportunity it didn't want to monetize. From the overhyped spectacle of the schedule release to a Super Bowl halftime show that's essentially a billion-dollar advertisement, the league has become a master at turning off-season moments into national events. But there's one particular goldmine sitting in plain sight that the league seems determined to ignore. A draft lottery. Yes, that glittering chaos machine beloved by the NBA, where ping pong balls bounce, destinies shift, and conspiracy theories bloom like spring flowers. The NBA just had another one of those magical nights, with the Dallas Mavericks overcoming microscopic 1.8% odds to snag the right to select 18-year-old phenom Cooper Flag out of Duke. The moment was electric, and predictably, it triggered the usual grumblings about rigging. But here's the thing. It also reignited a familiar debate in NFL circles. Should pro football adopt a draft lottery of its own? Spoiler alert, the league doesn't seem remotely interested. Not now, maybe not ever. And that, in itself, is fascinating. The case for chaos. The arguments for an NFL draft lottery are numerous and, frankly, compelling. First and foremost, eyeballs. A draft lottery would be a made-for-TV event, one more opportunity for the NFL to dominate the headlines in the middle of the offseason. Picture it, a glitzy, primetime broadcast from Las Vegas or New York City, where fans hold their breath as the fates of their franchises hang on a numbered ping pong ball. It would instantly slide somewhere between the NFL draft and the schedule release in terms of national buzz, and it would come with a built-in dramatic arc, hope for the hopeless. That's the kind of storyline networks salivate over. More importantly, a lottery would chip away at the league's most uncomfortable reality: tanking. In its current form, the NFL draft gives the first overall pick to the team with the worst record. Period. No fanfare, no randomness. And while the system is clean, it's also flawed. It creates a very real incentive to lose. The difference between going 215 and 314? On paper, almost nothing. In the standings, one more depressing tally. But in terms of draft positioning, it could be the difference between landing a franchise-changing quarterback and settling for leftovers. And in the cutthroat world of NFL front offices, that's a difference that changes jobs, legacies, and Super Bowl windows. Why the NFL won't budge. So why hasn't the NFL embraced the lottery? Because doing so would require the league to admit something it desperately wants to deny: that sometimes losing is a winning strategy. The NFL clings to its myth of full effort like it's gospel, that every team gives its all, every week, every snap, no matter the record. But we know better. Anyone paying attention knows that when a team is 1-12 and staring down a lost season, the priorities shift. Starters mysteriously land on IR. Backups get valuable reps. Coaches suddenly care about evaluating the young guys. Call it what you want. We call it tanking. And here's the twist. Even acknowledging a lottery format means publicly conceding that teams lose for future gain. That's a truth the NFL would rather bury than broadcast. A history of quiet tanking. Need examples? Let's rewind to 2014. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers held a second-half lead over the New Orleans Saints in their final game of the season. But in the second half, things got suspicious. Starters were pulled. Play calling got curious. The double-digit lead vanished, and the Bucs lost, securing the number. First overall pick in the 2015 draft. That pick? Jameis Winston. Coincidence? Maybe. But most observers believe it was calculated, and that's just the beginning. Fast forward to more recent seasons. In 2024, the final week of the regular season introduced something new: counter-tanking. The Bills, locked into a playoff spot, played what many believe was a strategic move to sabotage a rival. Facing the Patriots, Buffalo started Mitch Trubisky at quarterback. But as soon as the Patriots grabbed a slim 17-16 lead in the third quarter, Trubisky was yanked in favor of Mike White. The Bills lost. And that loss, it knocked the Patriots out of the number 1 spot. 1 draft slot. Coincidence? Again, maybe. But the ripple effect was undeniable. That pick, projected to be used on quarterback Cam Ward, could have fetched a haul in trade value. Instead, the Patriots were forced to adjust on the fly. In these moments, you see the danger of the current system. Not just tanking, but tactical manipulation of outcomes for draft capital. The cost of trading. Up. Just how valuable is the number 1 pick? Consider this. In 2023, Jacksonville had to mortgage part of its future to move up just a few spots in the draft to land Travis Hunter. That included surrendering a future first-round pick. Had they simply lost one more meaningless